Today is Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025, and we are at the Hammond trailhead for Chocorua, which I was under the impression was very small and had room for like 4 cars, but it's actually quite expansive. Put a lot of cars in here. It looks like it's kind of newly cleared out, and there's all this chipped wood coming on a dirt road, just like a half a mile or so on a dirt road. What does this say? Okay, trail construction on a new trail in Tamworth. So we're gonna head this way. Our plan, we need to have to get Hammond Trail and Weetamoo, and that will finish up the trails for Chocorua. So we're gonna go up to the junction with Weetamoo, then take Weetamoo over to Piper, go up Piper, pop out to the campsite up there because we walked by it the other times, and then go up to the summit and come down past Jim Liberty Cabin back down this way. Should be, I think, around 10.5 miles. So we are off. We're about 1.5 miles almost up Hammond Trail. First half a mile runs near a stream, and it's pretty flat. Lots of little toads. Then it climbs quite steeply for about maybe 0.8 of a mile. And now we're on more moderate. Almost like switchbacks. So that's good. Footbed is still looking good. And it is humid. All right. So far, so good. Pretty buggy. We got the whole gamut. Like deer flies, black flies, mosquitoes. Awesome. All right, so Hammond Trail climbs steeply up along the edge of a little sub-peak called Bald. Is it Bald Peak or Bald?
Bald Mountain.
Bald Mountain. I think it is too. I mean, it's not a mountain really, but whatever. Whew, so that was kind of rough going. And now we're leveled out right here. We should be getting to the junction with Weetamoo very shortly. And I don't know what, we both had like different ideas of what we were planning to do. So now we've got it ironed out. We're gonna go stay on Hammond and go up to the summit. So it's gonna run together with, I think it might technically change over to Brook at the top. I can't remember, but we're gonna go by the Jim Liberty Cabin, go up to the summit, come back down to this junction with Weetamoo. That should be right ahead of us. Take Weetamoo over to Piper and then go out. We left a bike at the Piper trailhead, and it's like 2.5 mile ride, mostly downhill to where our car is parked at Hammond. So that's what we're doing. It should be 7.8 miles, I think. I'm not sure now because I've looked at so many different routes, but whew, that sounds more manageable than 11 miles. Well, we've seen lots and lots of little toads, and now we've got the predator. It's not very big, maybe 1.5 feet long, just laying in the middle of the trail. We saw our first hiker. He was coming down not even 5 minutes ago. So I don't know if this guy is not in the sun either.
He might have called Weetamoo.
Oh yeah, he could have. Yeah, he could have. Anyway, little garter snake. There was a little side path off of Hammond, And it came out right up here at this big ledgy area, but there's not really any view there. So you just come down about 20 feet. There's a huge ledge out here and a view towards Chocorua Lake and Pleasant Mountain is that big hump right there. I think that's Chocorua Lake. Or is it that one? I can't know. Anyway, just off trail. I looked at my Far Out app and it has a viewpoint marked 0.2 of a mile further up. So presumably, and this one wasn't marked, so presumably that will be a better view. Oh, it's nice to get a little breeze here though. Boy. Okay, now we're at the view that was marked on my Far Out app, which you walk right out. It's all durable surface. Come right out to a rock right here with a quite steep drop off. You get a nice view over to Carter Ledge and then up to the sisters over here. So it's unfortunate that these trees are here. That is Middle Sister right there. And then if I come over, whoa, sorry if I'm making you nauseous there. Just got myself a little dizzy. Okay, there's the summit. These trees are growing up a bit too much. That looks like Tremont? What is that? An Attitash? I gotta look. Kearsarge North, right there. Maybe those are the moats. I don't know. Pleasant Mountain, this lump out there. And again, we have the lake right here. Okay. We've been walking on slab now, kind of in the woods. It's nice. I like that kind of slabby feel. Next thing we're going to hit is the junction with Liberty Trail. And then shortly after that, we'll hit Brook. I don't know if it becomes Liberty. I don't know what it does. Anyway, I'm just going to basically keep heading uphill and you'll get there. We are up at Jim Liberty Cabin now. They have a historical plaque on it that tells you about the hotel that was here. That was built in 1891. There was a 3-story hotel that was destroyed. It was anchored to the rock just like this is anchored. I don't know if you can see the chains on it, but it was destroyed by a storm in 1915, and then this cabin was built in, what did it say, 1932, and then renovated in 1974. There's a spring here. It's sort of not the greatest. I don't know if it ever dries out. It's like a pooling spring that you have to scoop from, and it's down. We went to it last year. I think there's a map inside that shows you where it is, because it's like you would never know. It's down behind John somewhere and then down around. There's some big open ledges down near it where people clearly stealth camp. And what else? The bathroom is beautiful down this way. It's downhill a little bit and to the right, but it's newly constructed. I think they were building it last year when we were here. And it's done now. Cabin inside had 4 sets of bunks that were 3 high, and it seems pretty clean. I don't know. I'm not one for staying in places like that, though. I feel like everything has mice, but if that's your jam, it looked pretty nice. It used to have a wood-burning stove back in the day, and people would go up there all in the winter, but the stove has been removed and no campfires are allowed there. And the summit is literally right behind us here. Well, it's in front of me now. But the trail's gonna go around it. So instead of going straight up, like 1/10 of a mile, got another 4/10 to get there, but that's okay. There's the summit when you get up here. You can hear the thrush is singing. There we go. There's the summit. Stone's Throw. This is the intersection of Brook Trail right here. Comes up. That is a optional Terrifying 25 trail. I mean, it's got slab on it, but so does every other trail on here. So I guess that one has a little more slab, but whew. Giant cairn at the intersection. And we came through right here on the Liberty Trail. And now we're gonna head this way. Another 0.3. Yeah, that's about right. So it should be a little over 4 miles for us. Even though we're basically walking kind of around the summit right now. We're gonna walk down here about halfway along the side, and then you cut up steeply. This intersection that I'm coming up to right here is the West Side Trail, which is like a bad weather trail to take if you are trying to get around Chocorua and you don't want to go over it in a lightning storm or something. You can take that and it'll take you to Piper Trail. And then shortly after that, it will take you to Champney Falls, I believe, and Middle Sister. Right, we are up on the summit area of Chocorua now, but not at the summit because we had lunch up there. There's a lot of people looking out. This is Whiteface Pass to Conaway, the Tri-Pyramids, the Osceolas, Moosilauke,
Oh, do you guys see the Tri-Pyramids?
Franconia Ridge way out in the distance. You can see the Lincoln Slide with the naked eye. Hancock's. Behind that are the twins, Kerrigan Notch, Lowell, Anderson, Bemis, Nancy.
Look at that, mine.
The Willie Range. I can't really see from here. Let's see. Maybe where John is. You can come around and see all the way into Maine, and like there's 360-degree views. You get the presidentials. Let's see. Oh, I can't see Washington from here. It was in the cloud, but this is basically this ridge over here is the Southern presidentials. And then there's a woman wearing like orange, like a pink colored shirt. And if you were up where she is, you could see the presidentials, the Carters, the Wildcats, Bald Faces, Kearsarge North, the Moats, all kinds of stuff. Okay. I took a time-lapse video shooting that direction, so you'll be able to see that stuff. Oh boy, nice view today. A little hazy to the south, and nice wind right here. Not so windy up on the summit. Okay, we're gonna head down, and we're gonna head down the way we came. And when we get to the Weetamoo split, we're gonna take Weetamoo over to Piper and go back to our bikes. All right, we are back now at the intersection with Weetamoo, so we're going to take that to Piper, 1.9 miles, and then take Piper Trail down. It's not too far from there, and then bicycle back. So it'll be good. I'm at 5.9 miles right now. 6, 7. Yeah, so it should be like a mile or less on Piper.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Yep. All right, and I think that this is a cumulative downhill here on Weetamoo going this direction. It's like either 1,200 or 1,500 feet of loss. There might be a little bit of up, but hopefully not too much, I hope. This is Weetamoo Rock, which is really actually quite impressive and large. Just panning down to the bottom of it. It looks almost like the size of Goodrich Rock, maybe, but you can't like get on top of it or anything like you can on Goodrich Rock. Okay, no view or anything, just a giant rock. Weetamoo Rock along Weetamoo Trail. We're quite a ways down Weetamoo now into the mixed hardwoods. Pretty nice footbed in here. Above this, it was more conifers and rock. I have to say, for a trail that is presumably not very often used, it has a lot of really good trail work on it, like steps, staircases, fancy water bars. The water bars have also been cleaned out recently, so that's good. But man, it's surprising how much has obviously been done on this trail. We're making good time now. I don't expect there to be really anything else of interest on here. We're going to junction with Piper and take a left to head towards the car. If you take a right, you'll be heading back up towards the summit and camp.
I think the right goes towards the car.
That's what I said. The right goes to the car, left goes towards the summit. There's an official campsite up there. Is it called Pennacook? I think it is. Camp Pennacook. So that's the only thing that we haven't done on all the trails around Chocorua is the little 0.1 spur trail into the campsite up there. But we will get it a different time. Definitely be back. Chocorua is a great mountain. A lot of bang for your buck. A lot of different ways to access it, some of which are really fun and beautiful. Carter Ledge is a favorite. Middle Sister is a good trail also, and not very heavily used because there's not a lot of parking at that one. Hey, this is a abandoned skidder road or something right here. Yes, look at that water bar. Fancy. All right. We are making great time now. Should be done shortly. All right, we finished up our hike. It was a little over 8 miles. I think I got 1.3 and John got 1.15. And then we grabbed our bikes, which we had locked to a tree in the Piper Trailhead, and rode 2.5 miles back to the Hammond Trailhead. Most of that was on Route 16, which was downhill and had a huge shoulder. So that was excellent. And then the part that was on Scott Road is a gravel road, like a dirt road, but it was in great shape. Had a couple little ups and downs, but our speed was so high from coming downhill that it was easy. So that was excellent. And when we got back to the car, it was like 89 degrees at the car. We were really hot. So we just stopped again at Thorn Pond, right across from Attitash ski area. And we just kept walking past like we did last week during that heat dome. Went out to the Saco River. Man, the swimming is amazing in that spot. Other people there, of course, because it's a hot day. But it wasn't too crowded, and it's awesome. It is like 0.2 mile walk to get in there, though, so I think that deters a lot of people. But wow, what a great day to go for a swim. All right, so that was Chocorua, up Hammond, and down Weetamoo and Piper.